This is a back to basics style video on stick welding with 7018. Let's do it.
Today we're talking about bead placement and rod angle using 7018 332 on a multi-pass T-joint. One of the handy things about a 332 7018 is it takes less amperage, so you can often run it on 115 volt power. But in my shop, I've got to set the machine to about 87 amps so I can run a full rod without popping a breaker. Make sure you're plugged into the right port too. In this case, I need to be electrode positive. All machines are a little different. If your 7018 sounds like an arc gouger, you might have the wrong polarity. Let's talk rod angle now. For this first pass, there's a pretty wide range of angles I could use. I could go right in there at the root of that joint at a 45-degree angle. That would work fine. Angle's very forgiving as long as your arc length is tight. I'm going to drop down to an angle kind of like this. That was what I would use for a single pass weld to help prevent undercut on the top toe of the weld. Again, I'm at 87 amps. I'd like to be up around 90 to 95, but again, I'm running off 115 volt, and I know that if I go that high, I'll pop a breaker halfway through the rod. Some 7018s need just a little bit more amperage. This is a Hobart rod, so 87 amps seems to be doing okay. It's hot enough. Now we're getting ready to put in that second bead, so let's talk about rod angle on the second bead and also bead placement. This is where a lot of students, I know I messed up when I was a student on this, I finally had to learn it. My rod angle is going to be faced a little bit more downward on this pass. Doesn't have to be, just seems to work a little bit better for me, but bead placement is the thing. So instead of overlapping that first bead by half, I want to overlap it by 2/3 or more. That seems to me to be the ticket in getting an even multi-pass fillet weld. Overlap that first bead by a good 2/3, maybe even a little bit more than that. This is a practice weld, a practice multi-pass T-joint. Doesn't really need 3 passes. A single pass would be fine for this thickness. But when you're learning to weld and practicing, you want to get the most out of your metal. For that last bead, I would use more of an angle like in this range right here. Anywhere in this range would be fine, and that's going to help me prevent undercut on the top toe of that last bead. There are several things that can help you prevent undercut. Going slow enough, keeping a tight arc, being steady, having close to the right rod angle, and also cleaning mill scale prior to welding can help prevent undercut. In the interest of a nice, short, concise video, I'm not welding this T-joint all the way out. Just enough to see how the beads are stacked in there, to see bead placement and rod angle.